Okay, hi guys. So last week we started on some marketing for family daycare educators. So I just want to keep continuing with that if we can. So we unpacked the 3 different types of marketing that you could potentially have and what would work for an education and care service. So now I'm going to unpack 3 of that first level, which is your internal marketing. So I say here, give them what they want. So what do families want for their child? They want an early childhood program. They want community engagement. They want a nurturing environment. They want a whole range of things. So you've got to figure out during that orientation program what it is that families want. And sometimes that is around asking them their long-term aspirations for their child or their day-to-day base needs that they want for their child, those sorts of things. So what do they want? And then you've got to provide answers for that. So if they want, let's just use the example of a nurturing program, then you've got to think about what that means for them. So what does that mean? Like today X cried, and so what I did, I went up to X straight away and I helped X figure out his shoes, or I helped X open their lunchbox, or I helped X settle. So you're telling them what they want to hear, and not necessarily just that they want to hear that, you're telling them what they need to hear for their child. Then you're also telling them what they need to know. So that would be around, I did this for Thomas, I did this for X, I did this for, because the education and care standards tell us, because that this is my philosophy, because that this is what I believe children need, or because this would help that child get to the next level, or because what that is. So you're informing them at every step of the way why you're doing what you're doing. Then you've got to tell them why you're doing what you're doing. So what have you done in order to do that? So this is part of the way we set up our environment. This is part of the way that I set up my program. This is part of the way that this is the strategy that we use for children, because they are here in their development. So if we use this strategy, then we can get them to here. So what this does, this creates an internal education program for parents. And again, if you go back to that other video, this is the stuff that parents will talk about at work. So they'll say things like, oh, the childcarer that I send my child to, do you know what they do? And they do that because, and they tried this and this really worked, and they did da. So this is like an internal promotional program for you. It's meeting the child's needs, it's meeting the parents' needs, you're educating the families, you're meeting the national quality standards. So you've got all these other pluses with having this in place, but it also will give you that internal program that you need, and it will also give your parents the information that they need in order to push your service forward. And that, now I've got here, it costs, it does, everything costs and time costs, so we know that. So it's about, this is not a cost as far as putting an ad up. This is not a cost as far as designing a logo. This is not a cost as far as advertising. This is a cost simply for your time. So we can talk about later on where to get some time management and those sorts of things, so that this isn't costing you too much time. But these are the 3 strategies that I would say you should have in place for your internal marketing. So if that doesn't make sense, drop me a line, we can get in touch. But this is one of the strategies that I've used all the time for families, and I've had very limited issues. I had more issues before I implemented these strategies with families, and we've had some talks in our group over the past week or so around feeling disrespected by families, that families don't really respect family daycare and those sorts of things. This will also help with that. So that's around that also. So get in touch if you need anything. I'm here. We'll be in touch. See ya. Bye.